All right, Raider Nation, welcome back to the Raider D podcast. I am your host, the Raider D, and today we are going to be talking about some insidious rumors about Jackson Powers. Yes, the loved and beloved Raiders center slash right guard, and what is going on with him from the Raiders haters out there. I'm going to address those rumors in today's video and tell you why they are absolute nonsense and we should not be listening to them. And I'm also going to talk about two players that we need to keep our eyes on because they are absolutely shining in camp, practice, and now in their first preseason game. All that and more on today's episode of the Raider D podcast. Before we get started, I do just want to say, could you do me a huge favor? If you're brand new to the channel and you love that daily Raiders content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and help us out. Costs you absolutely nothing. And like this video and comment Raiders down in the comment section to help this video get out to more people, as the algorithm hates the Silver and Black Nation and loves to promote Kansas City Chiefs nonsense instead of our sense, right? So help us out with that. I appreciate it. Now let's get into the rumor mill that is going on around Jackson Powers Johnson. Now, we know that last year he stayed out of part of training camp because he was healing from an injury. There were rumors going around that he was in the doghouse with Coach Pierce, and it seems like the rumor mills have just continued on this season due to the fact that he is not the guaranteed starter for the offensive line this year. And what is going on with that with new head coach Carroll? Well, there's a couple of things that we're going to address and why that is. Number one, I want to say this. Him being moved to right guard and Jordan Meredith and they're kind of playing with who's going to be the starting center, etc., is not a knock on him. Coach has come out and said on multiple occasions that he is a dynamic player. He's a very aggressive player. He is the kind of player that we need here on this team to change this culture. But they are playing with that offensive line to try and find the best fit. And this may not be a knock on him because of the fact that he is being moved from center to right guard. Now listen, the Raiders let go of Andre James with the expectation that JPJ is going to be the starting center for years to come with the Las Vegas Raiders. Now that he has been moved over to right guard, he has been practicing with the first string in the right guard position. He missed out on a practice a few days ago because of a rib injury. All the rumors are saying that Jackson Powers Jr. is not fitting in well with the new culture scheme of Pete Carroll and that he is on the chopping block and could be traded away. First and foremost, this would be the absolute death knell to the entire season if you trade away your second best offensive lineman who is there on a dirt cheap rookie deal just for what? It wouldn't make any sense. I absolutely do not see Coach Pete Carroll doing that to Jackson Powers Johnson. Jackson Powers Johnson shows up every single day. He gives his all, and he is, again, the second best offensive lineman that we have on this team. He is a go-getter, he is a team player, and he is exactly the kind of player that is needed on this team. So, to all the rumors out there that are saying that he's in the doghouse, he's on the chopping block, and the Raiders could go ahead and trade him away, I say this is total nonsense. This is coming from the haters of the Raider Nation. Do not listen to them if you're a true Raider fan. And that's all I got to say about that. He will be the right guard or the starting center. Either way, he's going to absolutely excel at both positions. And it just may be that we don't have a right guard and maybe Meredith or another option is better at center so that he can play right guard and that line is solidified. We'll see what happens come week 1 on September 7th. Now, I want to move into two players that I want to talk about that you got to keep your eyes on. But before we do, I want to say thank you to Box House for being a big sponsor of the Silver and Black Nation right here on the Raider D podcast. Could not make these videos without big time sponsors stepping up and helping us out. Box House, my boy Kevin Ross over there is the owner of it. Phone number's on the screen. Phone number and link down to his website is down in the description. If you need an ADU, additional professional dwelling unit. If you need a tiny home, a box house on your property, give Kevin a call. They got the best prices in the country and they'll deliver straight to your doorstep. He's a class act. I love working with this dude and having him as a sponsor. I've personally done business with him myself, so I can testify that it's not just a sponsorship. I've actually done business with him and they are absolutely fantastic. Now, one other thing I do want to say is I only trust my security for on my online presence as well as my family with a company called Aura.com. Aura is going to protect your digital privacy. They're going to go and get your stuff off of the black market on the dark web. They are going to go and get all of these companies that have your data, and they are going to file a request, which is a federal law that they have to comply with, to remove your information. And right now you can get a 14-day free trial. You don't want to miss out on this. Go and check them out and at least get the report back to see how much of you and your family's information is on the dark web. Aura is a proud sponsor of the channel, and I'm happy to have them with us. Link is down in the description for your 14-day free trial. Okay, guys, let's talk about the defensive line here for just a second. We drafted a kid named Tonka Hemingway. Now, I've talked about him briefly in a couple of past videos, but after watching his preseason tape, I've got to tell you, I'm super impressed. His get-off is almost lightning fast for a man of his size. He can play defensive tackle, he can play defensive end, and currently, Tonka is listed as the third defensive end, which means he is practicing with the first team squad during camp and now into practices. That's a big thing coming from a guy who was, I think it was drafted, in the 4th round? He is absolutely killing it right now, and I think that we've seen that. Now, listen, in the preseason game, he ended up with 3 total tackles, 2 solo, 1 assist. He did not get a sack, but he did get some pressures. And more importantly, when you watch him, he doesn't play like a rookie. He plays like he's been in the NFL for a couple of years. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to get past the offensive lineman, and he knows how to get to the quarterback and disrupt plays. This is huge for the Las Vegas Raiders because losing Christian Wilkins was a big blow to this defensive line, and having young guys who can step up and have such type of productivity at such an early stage in their career is really going to help the Raiders in the long term. So I want to say Tonka Hemingway is a guy, I think he's pretty much a lock to make the 53-man roster. He will probably be a 3rd or 4th option at defensive end who can also slide in a defensive tackle. He can play up and down that line, and that is absolutely fantastic for the Raiders to have that kind of depth, and that's how the Raiders are going to use him right now, as a rotational depth piece. So good to have such a young dude here. Now, another guy I want to talk about is a guy that we acquired this year in Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams is basically rejuvenating his career with the Las Vegas Raiders, and he played phenomenal in his snaps during the preseason game. So I'm really impressed with the fact that Jamal is able to get in so quickly and pick up the playbook of Patrick Graham and really start to show off in the preseason. Now listen, it is too early to tell because it is only preseason. Got a couple more coming up, and let's see how he does, particularly this Saturday, coming up in this Saturday's game against the 49ers, and how he's going to do once the regular season gets here. But I'm excited about it, and if you're excited to see this guy as well as this entire team start to get back to that winning form, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button, and comment Raiders if you bleed silver and black.